Alright guys, we made it to the final figure in the Marvel Legends Jim Lee wave, pseudo wave of the Build-A-Figure for Caliban. Here we have Skullbuster, and if you're not familiar with him, he's one of the main Reavers back in the late 90s. Silvestri / Jim Lee run. Reavers were one of the main villain groups that the X-Men were battling, and they're kind of like Cyborg. You can read more about that, I'm sure. I'll include whatever info I can find for you. So just take a look here. You got Skullbuster. Not quite at what I remember him to look like, but an awesome rendition. I actually like this head sculpt better than like the what's his name, Crossbones. I actually like this head a little bit better, but you know, Crossbones is a different thing. This is an X-Men character, not a Captain America character. What I do like about this offering, it's kind of a deep cut for the Reavers, and he actually has a different replacement head of a typical Reaver, not like the specialized lieutenant, like just a normal, let's say, infantry of Reavers. So I love that replacement head. The gun's kind of cool. I just don't like that it's this weird khaki green. I don't know if it really fits. Looks like they just really repurposed Deathlock. So moving on, nice window. You can see Caliban's right arm. So we'll be clicking stuff into the body towards the end of this video, and I have a surprise. Hopefully you'll enjoy it. Let's take a look at the box. Very basic art. Art's okay. Yeah, not as impressive as some, but you know, it's just a skull figure. So the enemy of the X-Men, the Cyborg Skullbuster, is the member of the villainous gang called the Reavers. Yeah, I would check out that run. That was a fun run from Silvestri and Chris Claremont, I believe. Very iconic images, and probably Mark Silvestri's best art. Way better than Witchblade or anything that he's done after. So I digress. Let's crack him open. Get him out of this plastic. Oh, ASMR people are loving this right now. Alright, so here's Skullbuster. Got the arm. Replacement head. Very cool design helmet. You could probably troop build with him, like just collect a bunch of these, or maybe people on eBay are just selling the head, which would be awesome. And oops, here's the gun. Buster Skull. All right, let's just take a look at some of the details and then head into the articulation. So this group was just like some mutant hating baddies, and they were cyborgs, and I forget if it was Cameron Hodge or Trask that gave them all their goodies, but as you can see, he's a cyborg. Very much a road warrior look, so I'm sure you guys, if you wanted to kit bash this into some kind of Mad Max road warrior, you totally could. I'm just super impressed with this paint on the head here. If you can notice, it's just a nice wash, you know, on the skull, and then got some red eyes. Lots of details on this bandolier. The zipper is very nice looking. It doesn't look, you know, haphazard. Even the buckles are, you know, have some silver paint on them. Yeah, I'm really impressed all around for definitely not a A-list character, more like a C+ list character. I'm really glad they did this figure. I didn't think I wanted it, but I think I do now. All right, let's move on to the articulation. All right, his head can go back only that far, unfortunately. It can look down quite a deal. I am not liking this little seam that's poking out. so maybe I'll try to paint that. I just discovered recently, thank you YouTube, what kind of paints work really well for these. Alright, let's like normal motion on the arm there. Can't go all the way up because of his shoulder pads, but I imagine if you remove them, it can go all the way up. Alright, so you got a bicep swivel, double jointed elbow, but he's so buff he can't bend all the way. He does have a wrist swivel and a pivot, which is side to side, interestingly enough. On the other side, better movement on the double jointed elbow, and same swivel, but the wrist goes forward and back, not side to side like the other one. I imagine that's so he can grip his weapon a little bit better. No ab crunch, but there's a ball joint, so no side to side action, but definitely forward and back. Oh, actually, no, I was wrong. It is a ab crunch. I apologize. It looked like a ball joint, so I apologize. So it goes forward all the way, back, forward all the way that way. Goes back all the way that way. Did I check the head? No, no swivel. I mean, side to side on the head. All right, so leg goes all the way back like that. Good motion on the front. Thigh cut, swivel. Shin cut, swivel. So I think it's basically Colossus's legs, I think. Yeah, that's what it looks like. Double jointed knee. Foot goes all the way back like that. Foot goes forward like that. And of course, a rocker. And pretty stable outside of the box. Quite happy with that. You can stand up right away. No stand necessary. Here he is with the alternate head holding the gun. The alternate head's pretty cool. You can see there's some pretty good detail there. A nice scar right there. Just all around cool, kind of 50s sci-fi look. I can see this being very sought after. A very cool, just a cool looking helmet head. You know, you can make a ton of other troop building things with it. I wish this knife here, as you can see, it has a suggested knife. I wish that could come out, or at least one of these clips. But overall, let's focus in there. Overall, I'm pretty happy with it. Again, a figure I did not expect to want. Looks pretty rad. I don't know. I might use this for something else. Make another badass figure, but that looks pretty awesome. Looks like a potential G.I. Joe baddie, or G.I. Joe. Alright, I'm quite happy with this figure. This bandolier can come off, by the way. It's probably easier if you take the head off, and I'll just slip right off. But yeah, wow. It's a wow for me. 9 out of 10. I really love this figure. It's solid. The details are more than I expected for almost a throwaway, put it in the wave figure, but it looks like they really cared about this one. I do think they could have done better with the cybernetics, but I don't know. I don't mind the dull look on that. Maybe some more paint applications on the glove here, which looks like it could have been the Infinity Gauntlet. Yeah, 9 out of 10. I really like it. But yeah, what you guys have been waiting for. Some Caliban.
Form, feet, and legs. Form, arms, and body. And all form the head.
Okay guys, that was kind of dumb, but kind of fun. So here's Caliban built. It's quite tall. Stands at about 8 inches, as you can see. Quite sizable figure. Lighter than it looks. His extremities are heavier than the body. The body's kind of hollow. I love the detail on the face. You can see. Very, very nice detail. I don't know how true it is to the comic book. This Caliban was actually an interesting transformation, because Caliban used to be skinny and he could sense mutants. That was his main power, but I think Apocalypse did this to him. He made him like one of his horsemen. Let's take a look at his articulation real quick. Might as well throw it in this video. So it goes like that. Goes all the way up like that. Really good range of motion. Head goes all the way back like that. Head goes all the way forward like that. He's got a bicep swivel. Double jointed. Oh, not double jointed elbow. Single jointed elbow. Sorry. I already said bicep swivel. Wrist swivel. Pivot. Ab crunch. Goes all the way forward like that. Goes all the way back like that. Got a hit waist swivel cut. Legs can go this far apart. Can't really kick very well. Kicks forward quite good. Thigh swivel. That's because it's a Build-A-Figure. That's where it clicks in. Double jointed knee. A shin swivel. And let's see, the feet are quite mobile. Goes all the way back like that. All the way forward like that. And a rocker. All in all, really great Build-A-Figure. Very sturdy. Doesn't feel like all the arms are going to fall off or anything like that. Downside is the paint is kind of haphazard and sucks. Not really happy with the paint, but I'm not going to repaint them. It's not that important to me. The pearlescence of the feet look really cool, but yeah, not really a huge fan of it. It doesn't match with, you know, the rest of the costume. Some of this is pretty sloppy, but again, you know, to build a figure, pretty impressive all in all. So maybe a 7.5 on this guy, because I didn't expect him to be this huge, but yeah, he looks pretty awesome. Let's compare him to Skullbuster. Cool. Well, I want to thank you guys for joining me on this Build-A-Figure series. Please catch all of them as we built Caliban. I think you'll enjoy them. And please do like and subscribe. Mention anything that you like or didn't like as we go through this journey together. I'd like to build my channel and, you know, just get better. Yeah, I appreciate all the eyes, ears, and comments. Yeah, I don't know what I'm doing next, but stay tuned. That's why you should like and subscribe. And maybe I'll surprise you. Maybe I'll surprise myself. Alright, stay safe, wash your hands, cover your mouth, and we'll see you later.